It's very important to have the fan base united and behind the manager, and that's why Chelsea has to win first games to build a momentum. Imagine we win first 5 games. Can you feel that atmosphere at Stamford Bridge? It's gonna be terrific. It's gonna be something like we will feel that we could win the title. Now, how Enzo Maresca is gonna play against teams that play kinda the same type of football, like Mikel Arteta, like Pep Guardiola, like Tottenham. How he's gonna align the team? How he's gonna find a way to play against this team? That's what I'm questioning myself, because it's one thing to play against West Ham, against team that stay behind the ball and you need to open. That's a different approach. That is something I understand how he's gonna play. But I'm curious to see, is he gonna adapt? Is he gonna try something new? Or he's gonna stay to his philosophy and he won't change anything? Because playing against teams like Pep Guardiola, you need to be very good with the ball. You need to not make stupid mistakes, because Manchester City easily can punish you for any little mistake. So, in that case, I think, are we able to play this kind of football? Because you need players who can pass the ball and make as few mistakes as possible. You need to create a structure that you can counter press and you can win the ball back. I feel like Chelsea needs to learn to play the ball. This season we saw many mistakes from Badiashile, by Caicedo, by Robert Sanchez. I'm not sure Petrovic is okay and confident to play that kind of football, and we need to sort that out, because if we're gonna play with teams who press high, I feel like we gonna feel the pressure and there could be many mistakes, and then we'll concede many goals. That's what I'm thinking about, the way he'll play against teams who press high, like Brighton. Like, I'm not sure Brighton is gonna press high as they used with Roberto De Zerbi. Teams like Manchester City, teams like Liverpool, probably they'll play the same they used to play with Jurgen Klopp. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal, they also press high and they also love to have the ball. So that's a question I have, and I wanna see, maybe I need to check how Leicester were playing against teams, like how they played against us. I need to rewatch that game from the perspective of Enzo Maresca being our coach now. Maybe we need to find a new central defender who would be good with the ball and who could play and not make mistakes like Badiashile. Or Badiashile need to really get his game together, because we know when he first came to Chelsea, Chelsea were in a mud. Just Badiashile was somebody who you could rely. He actually didn't make any mistakes. We felt so confident with him. I can't remember a mistake Badiashile made first season at Chelsea. That season was horrible. We finished 12th. Now we have a chance to get into top 4, and we need to sort that out. We need to minimize mistakes. We used to silly mistakes this season, and that costed us top 4 this season. So I feel that Enzo Maresca could improve that, because he managed to do that at Leicester. Maybe he could do that with a better squad at Chelsea. And something we should talk about is who's gonna be our striker next season. Without a striker, we will be in the same place, because Nicholas Jackson next season can't miss so many chances. That would also cost us top 4. So we need to sort that out. We need to find a striker, maybe Osimhen. I'm not sure he's coming. We are linked with Sesko. We are linked with Victor Gyökeres from Sporting. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce correct. So who will they bring in as a striker? Because Nicholas Jackson did a good job, but he could have scored much more goals this season, and he just don't have that in him at this point, and we need to be patient with him. We need to understand that he's learning. He's 21 or 22. Talking about Nicholas Jackson, I just searched to see how many goals Didier Drogba scored first year at Chelsea, and you need to understand that Drogba at 25 scored actually less goals than Nicholas Jackson, or the same amount of goals, which is incredible. Maybe we should be patient with Nicholas Jackson and understanding that he's learning and he's improving. Actually, you see the improvement. We need a striker that scores 30 plus goals a season, and maybe Nicholas Jackson could become that striker. We don't know, but we need another striker to compete with Nicholas Jackson, because when we had Didier Drogba, we had as well Hernan Crespo, we had Shevchenko, we had Cashman, We had Adrian Mutu, if you remember. That was actually before Drogba. But Drogba had very good competition. We had Torres that couldn't find the goal. And I know that since he left the club, Chelsea couldn't find another striker to replace him. The only striker that could be at the level of Drogba is perhaps Diego Costa, who 2-3 seasons he was at his best. Then he left, and since he left, I am not sure we had a striker that could score as much as Nicolas Jackson. So we need a new striker, we need a new center back, and we need a goalkeeper perhaps. Stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss about Chelsea news, and let's discuss how Enzo Maresca is gonna make this team look an elite team, if that is gonna happen. Thank you for watching, see you soon.